Hello.
An innocent little film about a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania. Today we're talking about 1975's The Rocky Horror Picture Show. A horror musical with an 80% popcorn meter, an 85% tomato meter, and a 7.4 on IMDb. Rocky Horror Picture Show was released in 1975. Based on a musical stage production called Rocky Horror Show, released in 1973, written by Richard O'Brien, who plays Riff Raff in the film. Directed by Jim Sharman, who also helped write the screenplay for the movie version. Starring Barry Bostwick, Susan Sarandon, and Tim Curry's first ever role. Released August 14th, 1975 in the United Kingdom, this film came to America in September 26th of that same year. With an initial budget of $1.4 million, this film only grossed $450,000 in its first 6 months in the box office. It wasn't until the April 1st re-release in 1976 that it really gained its following and gained a foothold in U.S. culture. Since its existence 50 years ago, the film has grossed anywhere between $116 and $350 million worldwide. The film is both a parody of and a tribute to classic horror and sci-fi movies, particularly those from 1940 and 1950 that would come out as double features, which introduced B-movies. This is a love letter to B-movie horror and B-movie sci-fi films from the 1940s and 50s. Initially a bomb at the box office, this film became a hit as a midnight screening movie. Whenever audiences started participating with the film, they started screaming, they started lip-syncing, acting out parts, dressing as characters, and showing up to the movie theater. Still in limited releases in movie theaters across the world, particularly around Halloween, this film is the longest-running theatrical release film in the history of movies. The US and United Kingdom versions of the movie are a little bit different, as the US version omits the song Superheroes, which is a duet sang by Brad and Janet at the end of the film. It was deemed too depressing for American audiences, so it's cut from that version. If you want to see the real version, watch the UK version. This film is quite literally undescribable, and to try and do so would be an injustice to the movie. It is just something you have to watch, have to experience at least once in your lifetime. With LGBT themes, sexual ambiguity, overacted dialogue, this film is something that wasn't seen in 1975 and is still shocking today, 50 years later. This is a musical like no other, and it is completely off the rails of normal conventions. Top 5 interesting facts about the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Fact number 5. In 2005, Rocky Horror Picture Show was added to the Library of Congress National Film Registry. It was brought in alongside such films as The Sting, Toy Story, and A Raisin in the Sun. Interesting fact number 4, with a long, illustrious career, you might think that first starting out in acting, Susan Sarandon just took any role she could, and you might believe maybe she's a little bit disappointed or a little unsatisfied that she took this role, but she's not. She still is very proud that she took this role. In a 1993 interview with the Chicago Tribune, she is quoted as saying, "It thrills me that my grandchildren may see their grandma in a half-slip and brawl seducing a monster. P.S. She is super hot in this movie." Interesting fact number 3 about Rocky Horror Picture Show. The cast and crew had an Easter egg hunt on the set of the movie. Some of those eggs were hidden so well that they appeared in the film. You can see one under Dr. Frank-N-Furter's throne. An Easter egg hunt, quite literally, Easter eggs in this movie. Interesting fact number 2, director Tim Sharman wanted an authentic and realistic reaction to seeing Eddie's corpse under the dining table. So Tim Curry was the only person who knew that what was under the table when he pulled the tablecloth off. When he pulls that off, everyone else's reaction is absolutely genuine. They are shocked. They did not realize there was a corpse under their food. And interesting fact number 1, Tim Curry actually tried to attend a midnight screening once. He called the ticket office and they said, yeah, that's great. You're the 3rd Tim Curry we've had call this week. Didn't work out. He showed up in person and was kicked out for being an imposter because he looked so much like Tim Curry. He proved his identity with his passport and they said, oh my God, we're so sorry. Would you like to come back in? He said, I wouldn't dare dream of going back into that theater. My retro recommendation for Rocky Horror Picture Show, 9 out of 10. This is absolutely a film that you must watch sometime in your life. 9 out of 10 on the must-watch meter. Rocky Horror Picture Show. What better time than right now? It's not a horror movie, but this Halloween, this should definitely be in your top 10 movies to watch. I first watched this movie when I was probably 10 or 11 years old, and I spent the whole time going, what the fuck is going on? I watched it again when I was a goth kid at 16 with my goth friend Dustin. We watched the movie. Still kind of, what the fuck is this film? It is absolutely something that you have to watch. I've never had the opportunity to watch it in a theater, and now I live on a small Caribbean island. I probably never will. The audience participation is kind of half of the film. Going to a theater with, 100 other people who love the movie, can quote the dialogue and do all the interactive things, kind of something big about this film. I'll never have the chance to do it, so do me a favor, watch this movie in the theater. I'd say watch it at home first so you know what you're getting into, but watch it in the movie theater, live a little for me, and I'll live vicariously through you. If you have watched the film in the theater, leave your comments below. I want to hear your stories. Let me know what it's like. This is a DVD version of the film. It has both the UK and US release. It also has other special features like commentary by Richard O'Brien and Patricia Quinn. It's got the theatrical experience with audience performances in front of the screen. It also has a prompter. There's another special feature with a prompter with subtitles to let you know when to squirt your squirt gun, when to scream. This version also has a DVD-ROM game compatible with Windows 95. So when I find a 30-year-old computer, I'll let you know how that is. That's our review of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. When you see it in theaters, remember, don't wear stripes.